Do you feel the vibes?
G'day guys, it's Fred Omagic here again in Omagic's kitchen, and I thought, I heard that it was Craig's birthday last week, so this week I thought we might make a little cake for everybody, a little cake, one for each person on Omagic, at Omagic Park, and which is going to involve a little bit of cooking, but we're not going to cook. Remember, I'm not a pastry chef, so I'm going to show you how to make some cakes without cooking, and the theme of today's cakes is going to be pot plants. So we're going to make some little punnets and little cakes in the punnets with some edible sort of plants on top. So what you'll need is a few things, and if you look on the table here, we haven't got any sauce or pepper and salt. We've got all these lollies and things today, and some cake that we've pre-bought, and we've got some sponge roll from Coles, and we've got one from Safeway as well, just to be fair. No, because Coles didn't have any. And I've got some lollies and things from IJ and different places, and I know I mentioned a few supermarkets here. I don't want to start a bun fight, but we are doing cakes, right? There's some wafers you'll need, from Woolworths this time. And we've also got some little decorations that you can buy. These are cake decorations, and a little bit expensive, but for a special occasion. If you were having a kids' party, the kids could come along and help you with this dish, and I'll suggest you maybe supervise so that they don't eat the lollies, right? That's really the only reason you need to supervise, because there's no cooking here today. We're going to show you how to make these little cakes without cooking a cake. So let's get started. The first thing we needed to do is, you might have an ice cream rack that holds the little cones. I didn't have one, so I made one out of a piece of cardboard. It's an old beer box, or probably a newer one. And I just made some holes. I did use my hole saw to do that. But you could just use the scissors and grind them out, or a knife, or scissors, or whatever you want. Get mum and dad to help you a little bit there if you want to. Like I said, I did use the hole saw to make them all nice. And I'm going to use that to hold my little pot plants, okay? So the first thing we need to do is we'll get some cones out. I'll make a little bit of room over here. And I'm going to get a new pack of cones. These ones we were playing with yesterday, having a little bit of a prototype, because I haven't made these before, something that I've created. So bear with me if something's not right or doesn't look right. It is right, because I have tested these. And you'll be quite impressed when you see what happens here. We've got to get this undone. Alright. You'd think that I would have had this pre-prepared, but I didn't. Alright. Now, what I think we do here, I suggest, is put those in my pocket. Bring this over. Just set some of these up. I think we'll do maybe 4 at a time. Okay. But I want to make different sorts, a couple of different sorts. So there's 4. Let's do 4. And then we'll get some more in a minute. Put those there. Now, first thing we're going to do is get some cake. Bring that around. We're going to use cake as our little base down the bottom. So we need to cut some cake. And I like a bit of chocolate down the bottom as well. Now I'm going to show you how to do this. This is very technical. We're going to basically deconstruct this cake and make it again. Okay? So we've got some chocolate roll and we've got some jam roll. So we just need to cut little bits out, unroll it, and cut out some little sections like that, unroll. Deconstruct, okay? This is very easy, a little bit tedious, but it's very easy. Now, I'm not cooking, I haven't cooked any cake. Coles and Safeway's done all the work for us. Again, that's very common on my shows, remember? Now, I'll put a little bit of each flavour in each side, in each one. So we have to use our hands. We washed our fingers, remember? right, in our hands. A little bit of chocolate, a little bit of vanilla in each one. And you can even break it. You don't even have to cut it, right? So just put it in. Like that. There's a bit more chocolate in that one. And a bit more there. Just fill them up so they're near the top. Okay, we don't want too close to the top. Now that's got a little bit of cream in there as well. Okay, now at this point, wash my hands just quickly because we're going on to the next bit now. Now, this is cream in a tin, spray tin cream, just like spray paint. Don't get the white paint and the cream mixed up because you've got to make sure it's the cream, right? Now that goes in here, like that. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay. A little bit of cream. And now we need to make the effect of some potting mix. So what I've got here is, probably need two. These are chocolate ripple biscuits from Arnott's, okay? And I've got one in there. Now I'm using a bottle with a lid on and a cup as my mortar and pestle, because I haven't got a mortar and pestle. I'm too poor. No, I don't use one very often, and I found that this works really, really well. The mortar and pestle is very heavy on the table, takes up a lot of room. I don't really think we need one. And if you have a look there, just crush those up like that. See that? That's beautiful potting mix. Okay? And with your potting mix, put some on top, like that. Sprinkle to give our potting effect. Little stones. Alright. Put them all on. And then we're going to progress now and make our little plant, which I'm going to make several different plants. Okay? So the first thing we'll do is we're going to make a little banana plant. Now this is for the kids, okay? Like that. Some leaves around the sides. And there you have a little banana plant. And we could have a rose. Right, so how do you get these open? Remember, I've never used these before. This is the sort of thing you might find on a wedding cake. That's probably why I've never used one before. Okay, we won't go into that. God blimey. Okay, get these out. There it is. That's a beautiful little rose. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? This has even got some little leaves. That's nice. They can go on top like that. And I think because it does need some leaves, you can cut these in half. Say we need about 3. I'm trying to keep the lollies the same on each cake, because the kids, you know, the kids are going to look for the one with the most lollies, right? So this one could be a little bit of a trick. They're going to think that this one's got more lollies because there's 6. Ooh, that's a trick. It's a nasty trick, that one. Okay, there you go. There's our little rose. Now these are cuttings and they're just starting to sprout. They come out of the greenhouse, remember. So you put them in the garden and they grow from there, right? And the next one we're going to make is a little strawberry bush. How about a little strawberry plant? Now with this one, we will need the assistance of some toothpicks. Okay? And you're allowed to use toothpicks. Now what I suggest here for the kids, just knock the ends off so they're blunt. Okay, see how I did that? Alright. Now I think I only need, I'll use all of them. I'll just go into the cake. Okay, so they're pretty blunt now. Now this one's going to be a bit of a bonus, because there's going to be 3 lollies in this one. Alright. Now, there, like that. And I think because there's 3 lollies in there, I'm going to use 1.5 lollies on the leaf. So that's 1.5 lollies. And we've tricked them again, made into 3. It's very confusing unless they're good at their mathematics. Oops, put that one in there. There you go, look at that. Okay, and now the next one we're going to do, these are hiding under here. I found these. These are, look, edible poppies or daisies. Now these are made by Dr. Oetker. I might like to point that out. They're the same guys that make those beautiful pizzas that we made in another show. So we know that's good quality. So we get one of these. I think we'll have a pink one or a blue one. A blue one. And I think just on the side like that. And that one would be accompanied by a couple of leaves again. Alright, and we're just going to have not much on this one. And this one's going to sit like this. A couple of leaves behind, as if it's growing into the sun. Okay? So there we have some beautiful little cakes. Now these are, if you have a look at this tray, you go to Bunnings and you buy your seedlings in the little punnets, and these are edible punnets that you can eat. Little garden vegetables or whatever in their little punnets. Edible pot. This is a terracotta pot which we can eat. And the same, there's another one, our little daisy and our rose. And I've got them sitting in my little tray. So there you go, there is my edible terracotta pot cake. Okay? Just like I said, you'd buy in Bunnings or somewhere, you get your little pots. Okay? And what we'll do while we've got the camera going, let's just open one up and show you what's inside. See what they look like. Take this one perhaps. And we're going to open one up now. And this is what you're going to eat if you were to eat one. You're going to cut it in half. And that's what's inside you end up with. Look at that. Does that look yummy or not? Mmm. Oh yeah. Mmm. Oh yeah. Happy birthday to Craig. He's outside. Oh, there goes some more. All over the floor. Okay, thanks for watching, guys. See you next time on Omagic's Kitchen.
Oh yeah, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons. What?